There's 100 or so days of summer vacation when he comes along just to end it. Our class's problem is spreading data and finding a good way to make it. Like maybe Elliot, you and our famous director, or Patrick running on the Zoom. Kate and Eric making the cuts, or Peyton holding up the boom. Zane clicking buttons, making the stuff, or Lachlan mixing the board. Griffin doing sports, Seth saying words, or making our teacher record. Anyways, that's all of the crew, and we hope you all enjoyed.
I'm not on Zoom!
Good morning, Alaska. My name is Griffin.
And my name is Seth, and today is April 13th, 2022.
In national news, U.S. inflation hit an all-time high of 8.5% this past year for the first time since 1981. 10 people were shot in a subway station in Brooklyn yesterday. Luckily, police say no one was killed and that they are still looking for Frank James, who is considered the suspect. In South news, South High Video Awards will be May 4th with a free carnival from 4 to 6, and then the actual video awards will take place from 6 to 8 in the auditorium. And videos are due this Friday, April 15th to Mr. Butterfield in C111 by the end of the day. And now over to Elliot for Zoom.
Thank you, Griffin. I'm joined once again by my wonderful guests, Dr. Johnson and Dr. Allman. Dr. Johnson, we'll start with you. Do you have any updates for us?
Good morning. Good morning, Griffin. Good morning, Seth, Elliot. It's great to see everybody. Yep, I got a few updates for you, and then we'll think about history. And it's a big week in history, so you probably have one or two in your mind. But a couple things. So down here in Southeast, I'm in Juneau. It was Music Fest this past week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, schools from all over Southeast, Petersburg, Ketchikan, Sitka, Craig, of course, Juneau, Haines, came down for Music Fest, and it was fantastic. It was really good. Lots of great performances. So I think they were going to put some videos online. So if you get a chance to listen to some of them, it was a really fun time. A lot of people worked hard to put it on, and it was the first one post-pandemic. So everybody had a great time, and it was really good music. A lot of talented students out there. You may or may not know, since you're in high school, but the statewide assessment's taking place right now for third graders through ninth graders. It's the first year of this assessment. For the most part, it's gone really well. Anchorage paused for a couple of days, just a new system, a couple of blips here and there, but folks have been great about identifying those things. And after it's all over, we'll sit down and have focus groups and talk to teachers and administrators and figure out how to keep tweaking it so that it's really something useful in the classroom and not just an exercise that we do for the federal government. So far, in most places, it's gone well. And I hope we finish that up here in the next couple of weeks or so and move on with the rest of the school year. Senate Bill 111, which is the big reading bill that we've talked about a few times, passed the Senate yesterday unanimously. Lots of great comments. Lots of senators commented about how bipartisan that effort was compared to some other things that happened down here. And so I think it's really good that a piece of legislation that's so impactful for education. It took a long time, but it takes a long time to get that many people on the same page, and it went really well. And so now it goes to the House, and we'll see what happens over there. Last, I think I told you before, but we're going to have a reading symposium at the end of April. I think you guys may participate, but we have over 700 people signed up already, which is pretty big for Alaska for a conference. So obviously there's a lot of people interested in making sure kids learn to read. So we're excited about that. All right. Lots happened in history this week. Tell me one thing.
Oh, I know Tiger Woods won a major when he was 21 today in 1997.
Yeah, which major?
I do not know that one.
The Masters, yeah.
Masters
was just this weekend.
Yeah.
So he won his first Masters, and so, yep, that's a big deal. April 11th, famous rocket launch that did not go well.
Was it Apollo 13?
Yes, Apollo 13 launched on Monday. Everything was going fine today on the 13th, but tomorrow is when they had the explosion and things went Crazy. Yesterday, April 12th, was the first launch of a space shuttle in 1981. So that was the first time they ever launched one. Didn't really know how it would go, but it went well. All right, two things happened on April 15th in history.
Ooh,
Big boat sank.
the Titanic.
Yes, the Titanic sank. And the 16th president was assassinated.
Dang.
And who was the 16th president?
That is a lot to happen this week.
Lincoln,
Yeah.
to answer the question.
Yep, there you go, Dr. Ullman. President Lincoln was assassinated on April 15th also. All right, I'll stop there. Big week in history, but thank you, Elliot, for playing along. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I hope I get to see you in Anchorage in a couple weeks.
Yes, and I know we are going to be there to live stream it. So shameless plug here. If you guys can't make it to the symposium, you can watch our live stream on our YouTube channel, which you're hopefully watching this right now. And so thank you, Dr. Johnson. And with that, Dr. Allman, do you have any updates for us?
Yeah, I'll just pick up where Dr. Johnson left off, but go really lowbrow and just say April 15th at a very just human level is payday in ASD also. So maybe not historic, at least cyclical. We hope cyclical. And, then we can buy groceries. Just at the school level perspective, I think, if I'm being perfectly honest, we are currently balancing all the events that we have always enjoyed in the spring. So we just got past our prom. We're looking forward to our senior fun day, graduation, honors nights, doing a senior send-off, which is going to be a new event for us. And I'm sure schools across the state are also kind of leaning back into those events. At the same time, I think we shouldn't probably dismiss the amount of energy and investment that our staff puts into these kind of things. So I want to make sure that they know that I appreciate them and all of the educators across the state, especially that put on those events. They're oftentimes spending a lot of unpaid and their own time to make sure that those events take place that are so meaningful in our students' memories. And that also means that sometimes patience gets short. I think this is the longest month of the school calendar. I would expect that students and teachers would probably agree with me there. It also just happens to be the time that we're trying to plan everything for next year. So it's kind of hard to have one foot in this school year and one foot in the next school year. But we'll get through. We've got 4 or 5 weeks left. So I think we've all been enjoying the sunshine and moving into summer and hopefully slower paced time so that we can all reset and recharge. I think we've had a long year. There's been a lot of change, a lot of things that feel like they're being done to us and not with us. And so I'm eager for folks to have some separation, even though we've still got some important work to do. So trying to stay focused on that, maintain an internal locus of control, not try to look outward to, explain the things that maybe aren't going exactly right. But all in all, I think, optimistic moving forward.
Yes, it is very nice to get back to the events that we've haven't been able to do the last couple of years, whether it's senior send-off, which was a new event, but like graduation, senior fun day, and even in Juneau with the music festival. It's great that we get to do that. With that, thank you guys so much for coming on here. It's always a pleasure. And with that, I'm going to toss it back over to Seth for sports.
Thanks, Elliot. To get started this week, Olympic gold medalist Lydia Jacoby is the headline winner of the Alaska Sports Hall of Fame. And for those of you who don't know Lydia Jacoby, she competed this last year in the Olympics at the age of 17 and took home gold as the first gold medalist from Seward, Alaska. In other news, our Northern American Hockey League, the Anchorage Wolverines blanked Fairbanks 2-0 for an important win. And then finally, in high school sports, defending state soccer girl champions, the Diamond Lynx, plan to send their head coach, Tim Valesco, on top, as they believe they have the best team in years. Anyways, that's all I have for sports this week. Back to you, Griffin.
Yeah, thanks, Seth. That's all we are at this week, guys. If you have any questions, submit those at asktheden.org. And as always, follow us on Instagram at SAHSTheDen. And remember to keep your claws sharp, Wolverines.